Struggling to grow your upper back? Feel like your rows just hit your arms and lower back instead? Then it's time to clean up your wide grip T-bar row and actually make it work for you. Here's why it works. A wider grip shifts the focus on your upper traps, rear delts, and rhomboids, helping you build that thick, well-rounded back. It also reduces arm involvement, so your back does the real work. Two key form tips to remember is to hinge at the hips and keep your torso at about a 45-degree angle. Too upright turns this into a shrug, too low turns it into a real bad deadlift. The second thing is to pull the bar towards your upper chest, not your stomach. This keeps the tension on your upper back instead of your lats. How do you know it's working? If your traps, rear delts, and upper back are on fire by the end of your set, you're doing it right. If your biceps and lower back are stealing the show, you're either pulling with your arms or going too heavy. Biggest mistake to avoid? Jerking the weight up with momentum. If you're yanking instead of rowing with control, you're just wasting energy and missing out on real back growth. Want more no BS fitness and nutrition tips? Follow Busy Bariatrics on YouTube.